Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's go ahead y'all and get into Married at First Sight. This is season 14, episode 8, Striking a Balance. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns of various TV shows, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every episode. Or each and every recap, I should say. For Married at First Sight, I give each couple their own dedicated video, provided they have something worth talking about in each episode. So, if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, notification bell so you don't miss any of my other uploads, and hop into the comment section, y'all, because it's always a lot going on in the comments. So, let's go ahead, everybody. Let's start with Mark and Lindsey because this was a whole mess. This was a whole entire mess. My notes are all over the place because I kept running out of room because every time I thought that they were done with the mess, more mess popped up. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, Mark and Lindsey. Mark is talking to one of his friends, and he likes the fact, his friend asked him what does he like about the marriage so far. Mark said he likes having someone to do things with. You know, he likes having someone that when he comes home from work, someone is there. He likes having someone that, to talk to, watch TV with, all that type of stuff. What he doesn't like, though, is that Lindsey doesn't have this filter. She says random things and then kind of just expects, everybody to be cool with it. It's her lack of filter that she's so proud of. And he's like, some of the things that she says, he would never say in public. She's just more comfortable within herself to be talking, flying off the handle like that. So he wants all the drama to stop so that they can really connect. And I know there were some people on Twitter saying that there's not really a lot of drama with them. But when you think about it, it is though. It's enough that would make anybody kind of feel like, I don't know if I really want to do this. And I think that's what Lindsey is missing. It's great that you're opinionated. It's great that you are somebody that doesn't bite your tongue. It's great that you're someone who likes to speak up and, say things, to kind of clear the air. But you kind of got to meet your spouse where they are. And you do not have a spouse that is comfortable with that. And this is what he talked about with Pastor Cal. So it is baffling to me how Lindsey completely ignored it or just didn't care. So, they always have the housewarming party. And they always have a couple friends over. So they are going to have a make your own pizza night. Lindsey said that way you can see people's personalities. You can try everyone's pizza. In my mind, I'm like COVID, but okay. So they have a shark balloon on the wall. I said, y'all gonna run this mock the shark down into the ground, ain't y'all? But all right. So they said they're gonna do a trivia night. They were asking some hard questions. I said, oh, maybe it wouldn't be for me. They was asking what was the dance that was originated in the 1960s? I said, oh Lord, who knows that? But they friends was killing the game. So everybody seems to be enjoying each other. It's going smoothly. The friends are blending very seamlessly from what we can see. Mark asks her friends how to communicate with her when she starts to go off the handle. How do I bring her in? And her friends was like, oh, how do you reel her in? Yeah, her friends kind of tell him, let her know that something that you are doing or saying bothers you. That's the easiest way to do that. So if there's something that she's doing, let her know that it's upsetting you or it's bothering you or, something to that effect. So that way she's more aware of it. And I was thinking she don't care. That's the thing, because I feel like Mark has been doing that. Mark did that on the honeymoon when she got into it with Elijah and Katina on the plane. And he basically told her when he got back up to the room, this ain't cool, but they're keeping instances with her that are basically preventing him from from liking her the way that he probably should. So one of his friends is trying to, Lord, I done mixed up the damn notes. So basically, Mark's friend I guess I didn't finish taking notes on it. Okay. Oh, well, whatever. So, the rest of the party. So, Mark's friends are telling Lindsay that to just kind of be patient with him. He's not a guy that is like super duper like outspoken. He's going through a lot. He just needs patience so he can kind of settle. Lindsay is too much for Mark. She's too much. It's annoying to him how she's doing things. And I mean, we all know they're not going to work out, right? We can wrap that up quickly. So we get to later that night. We have bowling night. And for whatever reason, she brings up the fact that Mark has never had a taco. I am confused how someone is in their 30s and has never had a taco. But Mark has apparently never had a taco. And I kind of feel like whenever Lindsay does that kind of stuff where she likes to point out what he has or has not done, what he has or has not eaten, it's really a way to like kind of low-key embarrass him. And I know Mark is kind of figuring that out because he kind of looked at her too, even on some like, why are you even bringing that up? You know what I mean? So they're all talking about having the toilet seat down. I don't know why it's so hard for men to put the toilet seat down either. Because you should be putting the toilet seat down when you flush the toilet anyways. So they're having this conversation about it. Steve is trying to interject and give a thought, and Lindsay's like over talking him. So like, you know how when you're trying to talk to someone and you both are doing it and you both stop and get quiet. And then you try again and then you get quiet. That's what's happening. And then finally everybody is like, damn, Lindsay, let Steve talk. And she just looks like, because now she feels bad. So basically after that, she just kind of like completely like forgets what he says and switches topics. Like ignores what he says. So then later they're all talking about when Pastor Cal came to visit all of them, how it went. Katina Olajuwon talks about his communication and all that type of stuff. Katina was like, oh, he didn't say anything about me because I'm just perfect. It's a joke. It's a joke because Pastor Cal did tell her to start doing some stuff. But it's a joke. And Lindsay was like, oh yeah, because you're perfect. And see, this is the type of shit that Mark be talking about with her. You know that you got beef with Katina. Leave it alone. I feel like I'm with Mark. I don't like people that feel the need to always say something about something. Like Lindsay interjects herself into so many situations, and then she is baffled when she puts Mark into a situation or puts him in the middle of a conflict he didn't want to be in. He's not a confrontational person. We can see that. So Lindsay then begins to talk about how relationships need conflict to help build intimacy. Katina makes a face. Much in the same realm of the faces that Lindsay makes when Alyssa talks. The same type of face, the same scrunched up face, the same rolling of the eyes, the same raising of the eyebrow, the exact same faces that Lindsay makes whenever Alyssa is talking. The same face that Lindsay made tonight in the bowling alley when Alyssa was talking about how she tried. So my thing is like, I hate when people try to get mad about the same stuff that they are doing. It makes no sense to me. So she calls out Katina and said, why are you making a face? Katina told her, oh, girl, I told you don't talk to me on camera. Stop playing with me. Mark is now upset because he's like, now you're causing a situation that I don't want to be in. Because Mark is on some, I don't want to fight her dude. I don't want to get involved in this. You're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing yourself. But most importantly, you're embarrassing me. Lindsay kind of gets upset. So we then see the couples all break off and they go back bowling again. And Mark tells Lindsay, I didn't like how you came at Katina. It was unnecessary. Lindsay said that Katina was being a child by making faces. So Lindsay, that means that you are literally always a child because you are always making a face when Alyssa is talking. Hey, kettle meat pot. Hey, girl, how you doing? Don't do that, Lindsey. My thing is, you're mad because Katina is probably one of the first people to ever give it back to you the way that you gave it to her. And I know y'all don't like when I bring up race, but I'm willing to bet that Lindsey has not had a situation like this where she tried to get into it with a black woman who didn't take the shit from her and told her about herself. That is jarring to her because Lindsey seems like the type of person that people just kind of ignore and let her say and do whatever she wants to. And Katina was just not going to do that because who are you talking to? So Mark tells Lindsey, we're supposed to be a team. And she's like, well, whose team are you really on? And it's like, oh, girl. So your husband can't tell you how he feels about something is basically what you're saying. Because he's practicing what your friends told him. Your friends told him that if she starts doing something you don't like, bring it up, put it to the forefront, tell her about it, and then hopefully that'll help her self-correct. No, not Lindsey. Lindsey gets mad and said that, you know, she was being a part of a team when she took off work to go clean out your place. I said, okay, this is why people don't like to let other people do things for them, because you turn around and throw it in their face. So it's tacky boots, for one. So then he's kind of like, I'm not about to do this, for one. Mark starts to walk off. She yells after him, yeah, call your mom and see if she let you in tonight. I said, so you kicking him out? He can't come back to the apartment? Because that's not yours. That is a shared apartment that production is paying for, Lindsey. So Mark is over it. And he said that he does not like how she can't let things go. He doesn't want a wife that doesn't know how to bite her tongue in situations. He doesn't want a wife that is going to harp on things over and over and over. And most importantly, nobody wants somebody that's going to throw everything that they have ever done for you back into your face. Nobody wants that. If it's something I cannot stand to see, is for somebody, you get into an argument with somebody or some type of verbal disagreement, and for that person to throw something back in your face that they did for you a while ago. That was foul, Lindsey. Because on top of that, he didn't ask you to come and clean out his apartment with you. With him. He didn't ask you to do that. You wanted to do it. Because Lindsey thinks by her doing all this stuff and overbearing this man, it's going to make him like you even more. He don't like you because you're loud, you're clearly ignorant to a lot of things that go on, and you're overbearing. And on top of that, you're a drunkard. You are a drunkard, because when we don't see Lindsey with a drink in her hand or with a beer in her hand, she's very calm. She's a little more docile. You get a little liquor in her, and look how you acting in the bowling alley, showing your ass for no reason. So Lindsey's in the bathroom. Production comes in. Lindsey says she's done. Her husband is an idiot. She's sorry he's not a real man that's going to stand up for anything. What are we standing up for? What are we standing up for? If Katina get up and knock you upside your head, what are you going to do then? This is silly, Lindsey. This is absolutely silly. So she's in the bath. He's outside talking to Chris. And, excuse me, he's outside on the stairs talking to Chris. And Lindsey's in there talking about let's be real. He's an idiot. He's not a real man that stands up for anything. And most importantly, that he is not making $60,000 selling gym memberships. And she will teach him how to be a real badass bitch. I said, oh yeah? Lindsey, are you a real badass bitch? You swear you're one. You swear you're one. But when Katina got in that ass, you sat up there and cried. With crocodile tears, because y'all don't like when I say the other ones. With crocodile tears, you sat up there and cried because she told you what it was and what it ain't gonna be. But now you're talking about how you're gonna teach your husband. Why do you want your husband to be a badass bitch? Make it make sense. So production is still talking to her, and Lindsey is like now purposely talking loud in the bathroom. Purposely talking loud because she wants it to echo, because she wants Mark to hear, because she wants to embarrass him. So she's now saying that she hates her husband None of the other wives would be tolerating this, especially not Alyssa. I mean, are you really tolerating anything though, Lindsey? Let's be real. What are you tolerating? Girl, you chose to bring that man and his bed bugs over and shit over to your apartment. You should have been done when you found out that he had the bed bugs before before getting married and before going on that honeymoon, and you still went up and sat up in that hotel room with him and shared a hotel room with him in Puerto Rico. You should have been mad about that. You mad about the wrong stuff. Because if I find out when we get back after we've been gone for a week that you knew you had bed bugs before we left, that's the problem for me. So she's yelling now how she just wants to thank you. She wants an orgasm. She mentioned earlier in this argument wanting to thank you for taking off work to put on a hazmat suit to go into his dilapidated apartment. She then tells him, good luck with your roast infested apartment with your shitty ass income. Lindsey, you can kiss me and Mark's ass. I can tell you that. You can, and Lindsey, we know why you're single, sweetheart. We can definitely see it. I'm almost wondering, like, should they ban liquor from the shows? Because everybody that they got a little drinking problem, got a little liquor problem, does a lot of this stupid stuff. I would love to, like, I feel like the cast should live stream while they're watching these episodes. I want to see how embarrassed they are by their behavior on TV. Because we got to think, this is the shortened version we're getting. This is edited. Imagine how truly loud Lindsey was in that, bowling alley. Imagine how she really set out to embarrass her husband because he had bed bugs and now you want to call him roaches? So you just going to be an asshole on top of this? Come on now. Come on. Mark, cut your losses and leave her ass. Cut him and leave her. I don't care if Mark has been stressed and he's a ball of chaos. He got a lot of shit going on right now. What is your excuse besides being full of Miller Lite? Stop it, Lindsey. Let me know how you guys felt about Mark and Lindsey tonight. And I will catch you guys in the next one.